So, does anyone care to touch on this further?
And make sure the 5 men punching them are at least first-degree Proud Boys. Here's the fun part. All right, this is why I call them the No Wanks crew. Hey, my guys, gals, and non-binary pals. My name is Jerry. Welcome back to my channel. Yeah, that felt good. I'm getting back into this groove. I had to take a bit of a break. So I've been teasing this Proud Boys video, and let's just go ahead and run with it. If you don't know who they are, and by now I'm sure you do, because their tactics are so, their deployment tactics are so similar to the deployment tactics we've been seeing used by ICE. You know, those Penske trucks. Oh, sorry. No, I'm getting Patriot Front and Proud Boys mixed up. And they're pretty much the same, just different labels. Slightly different practices, maybe. But anyway, let's listen to this 5-minute video. Let's see. Let me go ahead and bump up the playback speed to 1.25 so we can get through a little bit quicker, because I have a bunch of reading in front of me. So let's just do this.
We're the big dog and we sit wherever we want because America is the best. And everybody recognizes that. And maybe sometimes they're jealous, but maybe they should be.
Hooroo.
Hooroo.
Guys, I cooked all this food. Come eat. Right now.
What's it like to be a male chauvinist in 2017?
That's like the filet mignon of the deer.
Probably a little bit less lonely, thanks to these guys.
There is a mainstream societal attack on being a hetero cis white man.
I think the Proud Boys, and I think Donald Trump for the most part, draws people that have been disenfranchised by most of the public because they don't fit in.
We are constantly under attack. That doesn't mean we're victims. We'll win.
But it may not be what you're thinking either. This is the right of 2017.
This was 9 years ago, right? They're talking about the right of 2017. It's 2026.
Hate for elites and liberals is what helped Trump claim the presidency. But things have heated up even more since our new president took office. I went to Texas to meet the Proud Boys. Like Trump, Proud Boys are also crass and far from conservative.
If you fart and you don't say safety and we call slut, we all get to kick the shit out of you.
That's Gavin McInnes.
We only have one criteria, and that is that you accept that the West is the best. You have to be biologically male, but you accept the West is the best.
He may be a hip New Yorker, but he's also the founder of this men-centric group that's caught on across America.
Why are you here before us, buddy?
To join the Proud Boys?
They're members of a nationwide fraternal group that's pro-masculinity, celebrates the working class, and call themselves Western chauvinists.
Repeat after me. I am a proud Western chauvinist.
I am a proud Western chauvinist.
And I refuse to apologize.
And I refuse to apologize.
For creating the modern world.
For creating the modern world.
Ready boy! Ready boy! You hear terms like toxic masculinity. Everyone around the campfire heard toxic masculinity before? Yeah. They want men to apologize for being men, for being how God created us.
Like Trump, the Proud Boys tap into male.
No. Gavin, what we want is you guys to act like human beings and recognize that other people do exist and that they do have rights. You have rights, but your rights stop where my nose starts. Anyway, back to this.
Angst.
I think Proud Boys as a consensus aren't anti-women in the workplace, we're just pro-housewives. My phrase is, why would women want to come off the pedestal that we created for them? I don't understand.
While we were with Andrew, a debate was raging on the Texas Proud Boys secret Facebook group.
So yeah, there's like a handful of people who aren't particularly happy about this going on right now.
People in the group were angry with him for speaking to us. They don't trust mainstream media. They call it mentally ill news.
They see a red MAGA hat and they're like, oh, that person is a legitimate racist. And it's like, I don't think Donald Trump is a racist. I think, sure, he says some things that may come off uncouth. That's kind of, I think, ridiculous to lump everybody into one giant kind of vat of something.
And yet, Gavin has just told us.
I'm not a fan of Islam. I think it's fair to call me Islamophobic.
They want to make beautiful women wear these things that look like garbage bags.
I can't think of a single Christian nation that throws gay people off of buildings.
So fair enough, the lines between racism, xenophobia, and chauvinism may exist, but they can be hard to understand.
What's up, Rosa? How are you?
A recent poll found that 55% of whites believe that whites are discriminated against. And an American national election study taken in 2016 found that an increasing number of men, about 2/3, believe that men now face some discrimination.
So you really think that people are being anti-male?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's sort of like when your 4-year-old tries to beat you up and he's punching your knees and you're going, please stop. Please stop saying smash the patriarchy. Please stop saying smash capitalism. It's not good for you. I want you to be happy. I want you to be married and have kids. I want you to enjoy yourself. But this feminism, this punching my knees, it's not good for you. I can take it, but it's not good for you. Please stop being liberal. You're hurting yourself.
So that's all to say that the Proud Boys are not alt-right. They're not neo-Nazis. But some of their opinions no longer represent the minority.
Welcome to the greatest attorney on earth. Ready, boy.
So there's that delightful tidbit, and we'll be back over that page in a bit. So what I have here, link will be in the description. You can see it's from Document Cloud, and it's the Proud Boys meetup rules. You'll also notice that there is a case number on here, and a document number, and a filing number, and that this is page 1 of 11. This document was released was submitted as evidence in a court of law. Let me, and never mind that little apparent overlap there. It's because that window's in the way. Yeah, let's see. Anyway, so the Proud Boys meet up. Stations of the congregation. Please notice that language. It implies that they have some sort of theological connotation to their system. Stations of the congregation this to me invokes the concept of the Stations of Christ in the Catholic Church. Anyway, they have to tell them, these people, these folks that are reading this document as part of their rituals, the bold type is not to be read aloud. Before the meetings begin, clear the area of all women and of men who are not at least first degree. We're going to get into all that. There's a particular piece in here that I'm really wanting to get to. So anyway, if doors cannot be closed, the Proud Boys assemble in an area that is secluded, or is as secluded as possible. This area is protected by 2 main guards who are assigned to monitoring the perimeter. The following is to be read aloud by the brother in charge. So these 2 guards, these 2 main guards, that would be most likely an individual known as the Sergeant at Arms, and whoever is their closest pick for this particular meeting, or whoever is acting as Sergeant at Arms. This is just clubhouse rules. I've not been a Proud Boy, but I've been adjacent to a lot of clubhouses. Anyway, and then the brother in charge, top ranking official, majority leader, whatever you want to call him, acting club president, vice president, whatever. Anyway, HMFIC. Okay. To be read aloud. Brothers, we are about to open this council in the first section. All persons not having received the honors of membership in the first degree shall please retire from the chamber. The doors shall now be closed and the guards assume their positions. This sounds very Masonic, which is rather wild since these people are anti-Masonic, generally speaking. Continuing with, brothers, do you vouch that all present are in possession of first degree membership? All members respond with, yes, sir. This is rather Lutheran in a lot of ways. Repeat after me, and then we just heard that oath sworn out in that video. And then wait for members repeating statement. New members, raise your hands. Welcome, gentlemen, to the greatest fraternal organization in the world. I wonder if the Masons open their meetings similarly. What happens at this meeting is only to be discussed among the Proud Boys, and only if they are your degree or higher. You are our brother now. Okay, you are our brother now. We have your back as you have ours. We don't care what race you are or what your sexual preference is. The only prerequisite is of this organization is that you are a man and you recognize the West is the best. We will commence this meeting by reading a passage from Pat Buchanan's The Death of the West. And note, non-American chapters should neglect to recite the italicized sentence at the end of paragraph 2. So, anyway, we're not going to read all that. The links will be down below. So there's this passage from Buchanan's book they read. Raise a glass and say, a toast to the greatest civilization on earth and the men who built it. And then, so there's that. I would also like to make a toast to the entrepreneurs who risk everything to improve our lives, to the entrepreneurs. So I guess they're tipping a glass to folks like Peter Thiel and what's his name, Alex Karp and Jeff Zuckerberg and all the rest of them folks. And to the housewives to create human life, shape it, and build the communities in which we live. To free speech, the First Amendment, the number one amendment. They definitely seem to have issues with people who push back. So, yeah, no, I don't think they truly believe in free speech. And to our guns, the number 2 amendment. I'm hoping they actually read that as the Second Amendment. And then they're make a toast to their little idol there. Let's see, to the heroes who answer the country's call and ultimately lay down their lives so that we may maintain our great society. To the veterans and our honored dead. But are they recognizing that some of those veterans, many of those veterans actually died fighting fascism in another land? Okay, and finally, to the parasites, both on the streets and in the White House, who want to attack us and take what we earn. To the trespassers who want to sabotage our culture, our family, our way of life. You want war? Well, you've got one. To all our enemies, both high and low. So they're straight up saying, if you're not one of us, you're against us, and that's all there is to it, and that's how it's going to be. Okay, they continue with, brothers, before we close this meeting, are there any matters we need to settle before the Sharia court? The Sharia court? But wait a minute. I thought these cats were against Sharia law. Huh. Well, that's interesting. All right, continuing. If you feel you have been wronged by another brother, or someone has been unfairly banished, or any other grievance, let it be heard now before me, and we will settle it like men. So, yeah, there's all that. If the defendant isn't present, either submits his defense to the judge in advance, or the case will not be heard. The matter is now settled. We remain as brothers, first degree. Who wish to get their second degree, raise your hands. We will be performing second degrees throughout the night. I now declare the meeting adjourned. Raise your glass. And there's that. Proud of your boy. The above reading is all that's required of a Proud Boys meetup. The following stations are encouraged but not mandatory. Station 1 should be printed out and brought to all meetups. The following stations are not mandatory and are just notes to help understand the organization. Note the secret handshake obviously can't be printed out here. This will be made available to your chapter upon the contact with the elders talk to a third degree in the NYC chapter, New York City chapter. All right, station 2 is this song "Proud of Your Boy," which is actually part of the soundtrack of Aladdin, but not the movie version, the Broadway stage play version. And because of the fact that Disney is so litigious, I'm not going to play any of the song here. But yeah, you can go look it up. I'll actually have the link in the description. But you'll find it. I found it funny. You'll see Ma now, or you'll see Ma. Now comes the better part. Someone's gonna make good. Cross his stupid heart, make good, and finally make you proud of your boy. All right, so yeah, and it's the anyway. So station 3, how to perform the 3 degrees. There has to be this taking of oath. Public is open to interpretation. We don't allow anonymous contributions to the Proud Boys because that isn't proud. We also don't accept trans men because they aren't boys. Interesting. Let's see. It's up to the chapter's discretion to determine how public the first degree declaration is. At the very least, it must be said on video and submitted to the chapter. At the very most, it is said in every possible public platform available. Let's see. Second degree, the 5 serials, the counter, a brother not involved in the fight who counts each serials after determining its validity leads this ritual. Before the punching starts, the prospect has to repeat his first degree oath. And then while the prospect recites the serials, 5 Proud Boys must pound him. Shots to the head and below the belt are discouraged, but not against the rules. The Proud Boy receiving his licks is not meant to fight back, though doing so does not negate his second degree. After the beating, the brother gets a hug from the counter as he says, "Welcome aboard," and everyone says, "Proud of your boy," several times. Proud Boys in secluded areas have tried to have friends give their second degree and submit it, give their second degree and submit it to the chapter for verification. This doesn't work. Those in remote areas have to create their own chapter and make sure the 5 men punching them are at least first degree Proud Boys. Here's the fun part. All right, this is why I call them the No Wanks crew. No wanks. A Proud Boy may not get his rocks off alone more often than once every 30 days. That means he must abstain from corn during that time, and if he needs to finish himself off, it must be within 1 yard of the woman with her consent. The woman may not be a prostitute. This is our religion, and our Pope is the religion's founder, Dante Nero. Circling back to that Stations of the Congregation thing. All right, this is our religion, and our Pope is the religion's founder, Dante Nero. Men who are away from their wives for extended periods of time have requested video conferencing as a way around the 1 yard rule. This is not allowed. All right, third degree, you need the words Proud Boy tattooed anywhere on your body, and you must preserve the tenets of the first and second degree. Let's see, no rules on how the words must look through the norm, though the norm is to pursue the traditional tattoo font of your. Let's see, all right, fourth degree. Where are we on this? We're on page 7. This degree is loosely defined as engaging in a major conflict for the cause. Being arrested is not encouraged, although those who are immediately become fourth degrees because the court has registered a major conflict. Serious physical fights also count, and it's up to each chapter to determine how serious the conflict must be to determine fourth degree. Now, this sounds like rules to get red laces in the neo-Nazi community. So I don't know if that's exactly the direction they're going with it as far as engaging in a major conflict for the cause, or maybe that might be assaulting peaceful protesters at a No Kings rally or something to that effect. I don't know. This is where it becomes problematic because there's no set determination. It's up to each chapter to determine what is required to get that fourth degree. Let's see. This back on fourth degree. This regulation is not retroactive, and it only counts events that occurred after a brother was declared a Proud Boy. Skipping degrees: if someone gets a third degree before their second degree, the third degree is placed in a form of status or stasis until the previous degree can be completed. This also works with those who get a fourth degree before their third. If the previous degrees are not completed, the degree remains in stasis. So, Station 4, politics. We are not a political group. We are a fraternal brotherhood like the Elks Lodge or the Shriners. We are a multiracial group that is socially liberal and welcomes gay members. Again, the only non-negotiable rule is that you are a Western chauvinist who refuses to apologize for creating a modern world. Much confusion revolves around the word chauvinist, as women tend to assume it means sexist. It means a person displaying aggressive or exaggerated patriotism. Okay, well, I guess you can define the words for yourself. They can mean whatever you want them to. Let's see, almost all of our members are pro-Trump, but there are exceptions, our Pope being one of them. We disavow Nazis and don't want them at our meetups. We disavow racists and don't want them at our meetups. We allow weak beta male virgins to join because our fraternity is about helping men improve their lives, and that includes all men. If, however, a Proud Boy refuses to step up to the plate, if he doesn't need our advice and try it, or if he doesn't heed our advice and try it, if he doesn't assimilate and engage with the group, he will be asked to leave. Our founder, Gavin McGinnis, peace be upon him, very Muslim, often cites the 10 Ways to Save America list as a compendium of proud Western beliefs. Brothers don't have to ascribe to all of these, but it does not provide a good idea, or it does provide a good idea of where we stand. Let's see, abolish prison, give everyone a gun, legalize drugs, end welfare, close borders, outlaw censorship, venerate the housewife, glorify the entrepreneur, recognize the West is the best, and shut down the government. What could possibly go wrong with that recipe? I got Station 5, the end. This should serve as a general guide for starting your own chapter. There has been a lot of talk about whether Muslims should be allowed in. The elders have not settled this, nor will they talk about an antiquated ban on abos. And there are other general guidelines that don't matter. We hate flip-flops and cargo shorts. Fedoras are banned. We like to stick to classics like Levi's, Chuck Taylor, Vans, eras. All right, so yeah, that's just like some basic tenets there. Let's see, what else did I wanted to show here? Oh yeah, let's see, let me turn that one off. We'll go over here and look at this, because we've got this interesting side effect here that I wanted to address. It's this DC church adds Black Pride slogans to Proud Boys merchandise. And there's reasoning behind this. Let's see if I can remember where I put it. Okay, we're going to get back to that here in a minute. Yeah, there it is. So there's this historic Metropolitan African Methodist Episcopal Church won the Proud Boys trademarks in February. This was February of 2025. I have the article back over here. Links will all be in the description, but this is from the press room at Washington Law. Judge awards Proud Boys trademark to Metropolitan AME Church. And there's two links down here. There's this one and this one. This link is actually takes you to, let's see if I got this worked out. Oh, no, that's not there's what I wanted. Nope, that's not either. Oh, that's what, hang on. It's over here. There we go. So this first link is this legal document. And the second legal document is this second link down here. All right. I got my OBS all set up like I'm doing live streaming, and I couldn't remember what was where. But yeah, there's a lot of that. But I wanted to, and yeah, there's a reason why I'm over here. I got this picture, this delightful picture here. You can see how I've got this all set up. There's reasons why. But one of the interesting things here is we got American Proud Boys, because there's also Australian Proud Boys, which I thought was interesting. But here's some stuff here that I wanted to actually look at. It's this shield construction. And one of the things that I found kind of funny is, let me get that. It looked to me like that's drilled out of plywood. But then I also noticed this thing back here. What is that? Is that one of those apartment door slide hook things? So that maybe some sort of device could be mounted there to where a weapons muzzle could be poked through this hole? I'm just wondering. I'm just really wondering. And man, somebody doesn't know how to drill how to use a hole saw. Somebody just really doesn't know how to use a hole saw. Let me reset that. We're going to go back over here. We're going to take a look at, nope, we're going back. Yeah. So, yeah, that was, no, wait. I need to, there we go. Yeah. That's where I want to stop, is with this legal document right here. Well, that was definitely fun. And I was able to keep it relatively short. But that's the Proud Boys, the No Wanks crew. If you found this video interesting, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't yet, go ahead and give a subscribe. And hit that bell so you get notification when videos come out. I think there's going to be more. I need to do a channel update to talk about that. And please feel free to share this information with anybody that you think needs to know this. Whether it's to give them a chuckle, to give them some insight, or Maybe show them the absurdity of elements of their side. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just giving you the information that I have at my fingertips, and it's all open source. Open source intelligence. OSINT. All right, so until the next video, please take care of yourself so you can help take care of others. Get the rest you need. Try to drink plenty of fluids. And please, please, please remember, mental health matters.